Forget the Ballon d'Or or the Champions League. For Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, the fiercest battle has moved off the pitch and onto the rest. When you possess a net worth approaching $1 billion, capital removes all constraints. You can acquire any object on Earth, which means every single purchase is an unfiltered exposure of your personal taste. These pieces function as high-stakes psychological anchors, exposing a collector's raw need to project status and signal dominance to everyone else in the room. Cristiano Ronaldo's visual approach is built on overt, regal power. He selects timepieces that demand immediate, undeniable attention, pieces that match the scale of a man who sits on a literal throne. Lionel Messi utilizes a different leverage. He favors quiet industry respect and the subtle power of insider access over loud displays of wealth. This rivalry maps two diametrically opposed luxury philosophies, one prioritizing market leverage and asset appreciation, the other prioritizing absolute, unreplicable room presence. To see how they play the game, we have to look at the first strategy, allocation privilege. This is Messi's primary weapon. In the high-end watch market, cash alone is a blunt instrument. A massive pile of money often hits a brick wall called a wait list. Allocation privilege uses elite industry relationships to bypass those gatekeepers and access the vault directly. Ronaldo counters this with pure financial dominance. This strategy uses raw financial horsepower to bypass waitlists. You go directly to hyper-luxury manufacturers to commission one-of-one status symbols that are often completely covered in gems. The trade-off is clear. Allocation privilege maximizes long-term return on investment and respect from purists. Financial dominance maximizes immediate impact, but usually at the cost of steep depreciation. We'll evaluate both players based on their highest profile acquisitions to determine which strategy delivers the ultimate flex. These two paths prove that at the absolute peak of the market, having the money is only the first step. Round 1 begins with Ronaldo's strategy of factory ice, watches that arrive from the manufacturer completely flooded with diamonds. His $485,000 Rolex GMT Master 2 Ice is the standard bearer. It takes a functional tool watch and smothers every visible surface in 30 carats of diamonds. He doubles down with pieces like the Franck Muller Invisible Setting Imperial Tourbillon, valued at $1.5 million. It uses an invisible setting technique where hundreds of baguette diamonds are mounted without any visible metal prongs. This chart shows the financial risk of factory ice. Because you pay a massive premium for gem setting at retail, these pieces see their value drop significantly on the secondary market. Collectors view these as jewelry, which limits resale potential compared to understated models. Ronaldo's other power move is the bespoke novelty, watches commissioned to match his specific lifestyle assets. His custom $1.5 million Jacob & Company Bugatti Chiron watch features a working miniature W16 engine block under the sapphire crystal. This watch is designed to mirror his actual Bugatti Chiron hypercar. It's not just a timekeeper, it's a mechanical extension of his personal garage. With other acquisitions like the $1.7 million Gerard Perregaux Planetarium, the scale of his spending is consistent. Ronaldo sacrifices secondary market ROI for a horological identity that is tied entirely to his massive net worth and physical presence. Round 2 shifts to Messi's stealth wealth allocations. He uses his status to secure watches that remain virtually invisible to the public. This Patek Philippe display represents the steel sports watches Messi targets, specifically the Aquanaut 5968A. On a rubber strap with a clean dial, these pieces signal immense value only to other highly educated collectors. They avoid the attention of the general public. Messi trades immediate room presence for purest respect. He wants the pieces that define the if you know tier of collecting. He secures ultra-rare off-catalog Rolexes, like the Daytona Le Mans and the pink Barbie Daytona, limited to 10 pieces worldwide. Because these models are so difficult to allocate, they appreciate wildly the moment they leave the store. This chart shows how Messi has turned his wrist into an appreciating asset class. His strategy does have one complication. a brand ambassadorship with Jacob & Company that grants him multi-million-dollar pieces like the Epic X Chrono. These are incredible gifts, but they come with a trade-off. Receiving them for free means he is contractually obligated to wear them, which limits his collector freedom compared to Ronaldo's independent spending. Overall, Messi's collection is built for asset growth and insider respect, keeping its true power hidden from the untrained eye. Let's compare their public scoreboards, using only their highly visible, documented pieces. Tallying Ronaldo's verified flash pieces, the diamond Rolex Ice and the Frank Muller, we reach a public total of roughly $1.6 million. Tallying Messi's public catalog, the appreciating Pateks, rare Rolexes, and Jacob & Company ambassador gifts, we reach a confirmed total of $3.8 million. Based strictly on the public data, Messi technically wins the financial shootout while commanding the respect of the traditional watch community. It's a paradox. Messi's stealth strategy has generated a significantly higher verified public valuation than Ronaldo's overt spending. But this scoreboard is misleading. It relies entirely on what the stars choose to show us, and it misses a massive part of the story. The public scoreboard severely underestimates the actual financial scale of Ronaldo's collection. Ronaldo actively obscures the true depth of his private vault. Add up the $1.7 million planetarium, the $1.5 million Bugatti Tourbillon, the $1 million Hublot MP09, the $1 million Grand Baguette, and his total known valuation pushes past the $10 million mark. This image of his bespoke Jacob & Company piece reveals why these watches break the standard rules of depreciation. Because they are one-of-one commissions with extreme mechanical complexity, they have no secondary market comparables. They are in a league of their own. Factoring in the hidden bespoke vault flips the narrative. Ronaldo dominates in raw expenditure and unreplicable exclusivity, proving the public scoreboard was only scratching the surface. Mapping their behaviors to a collector persona matrix makes the results clear. Financial cost is on one axis, horological respect on the other. Messi occupies the insider allocation quadrant, the blueprint for protecting capital. Ronaldo sits in the bespoke power quadrant, wealth weaponized for absolute visual sovereignty. If you possessed limitless wealth, which path would you choose? Do you want the respect of the insiders or the awe of the masses? In the highest echelons of global wealth, the luxury watch you wear clearly signals the specific game that the collector is actually playing, a choice between industry respect and absolute visual sovereignty.